The AFC Championship game, the Buffalo Bills, coming off a victory over Baltimore 17-3, travel to Kansas City in their victory 22-17 over Cleveland. The big elephant in the room, of course, is the injury to Patrick Mahomes. Not just a concussion, and it's not really a concussion, it's almost a neck stinger. And he's supposed to practice on Wednesday and practice throughout the week. I think he will play. But Rashad Breeland, the defensive back, they need defensive backs against Josh Allen in this game, and nobody's talking about him. He's in a concussion protocol also. In this game, the way that they played on offense, they ran the ball effectively, big plays on offense. Chad Henne came in and played extremely well when Patrick Mahomes went out. But I think you still got to look at their wide receivers and tight ends. Travis Kelce had another big game, over 100 yards receiving. Tyreek Hill over 100 yards receiving. They made plays in this game when they had to, but they also ran the football, which was very impressive to me. They had 123 yards on the ground. If you look at the Buffalo Bills, really impressed with Leslie Frazier, their defensive coordinator, what he was able to do to Baltimore, to hold them to 3 points. Even though their offense struggled, the offense only scored 10 of their 17 points in that game. But I was really impressed by their defense. It's going to be interesting to see the dynamic between Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid against Leslie Frazier's defense, because they played way over their head last week. And I think with a good game plan, this could be a great game. Kansas City's favored by 3, Coach. I'm taking the Chiefs at home. I don't care who the quarterback is. Even if it's Chad Henne, I'm still going to take the Chiefs at home.
Well, when I look at it, Mahomes, 39 touchdowns, 6 interceptions for the year. He's been outstanding. I agree with you. I think Williams, the running back, is vastly underrated. He averaged 6 yards per carry. And you mentioned Hill, 1,386 yards. You look at Kels, 1,500 yards. And they've done a fantastic job. The secondary is going to be the key in this football game, how well they play. Mahomes threw for 255 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 interception, even though he wasn't full speed. They outgained the Browns by 130 yards. They had 438 yards to only 308. When you look at it, they won the battle on turnovers 2-1. Now let's look at the Bills. Allen had a fantastic year, but Mark, the Bills only gained something like 210 yards total offense. Stephon Diggs is fantastic, 1,351 yards, 16 touchdowns. I mean, that's incredible. But when I look at it, the Bills did have 4 sacks. The Bills were outgained, as I said. The defensive secondary will be the key on both these games. I think the fact that the Chiefs will win this football game 35-27. The Bills look very, very average on offense. You mentioned defense. I was shocked that they didn't play more inspired football. And if they don't show up, I think that for 9 straight weeks, Mark, the Chiefs have failed to cover the point spread. And I think that was a wake-up call last week, because when you look at it, the Browns fumbled the ball on the 1-yard line. In addition to that, I think they had the long run back for a touchdown, 100-some yards. So you take those 2 plays, they could have lost the football game. So that's why I think that the Chiefs are going to show up and play very well.
3 other things in this game. If the Bills don't pack a running game, they're not going to win this game. They only rushed for 32 yards last week. And if it's a close game, you got to go with the Kansas City Chiefs. They played 10 one-score games this season. They won 9 of them. So I'm picking this score to be a close game. I think the Kansas City's going to win this game 31-27.